Squiz Kids acknowledges the traditional owners of the lands on which we podcast, the Turrbal and Gadigal people.
Squiz Kids!
It's your daily news fix. Fun, free, fresh.
Hello and welcome to Squiz Kids Today, your fresh take on what's happening in the world around you. I'm Christy Kijarina. It's Thursday, July 27. In Squiz Kids Today, an unusual Saturday drive, the Matildas get their game on, Scouts say goodbye, and a horrible hoax. That's what's making news, kids style.
The lowdown.
Have you ever been playing FIFA on your Xbox, imagining that you are facing down Nigeria at the World Cup? When Matildas defender Charlotte Grant fired up her Xbox this week, she wasn't imagining. She was preparing for what she'll be doing tonight in real life. And FYI, she beat Nigeria in the game, so hopefully that's a sign of things to come. There's plenty of pressure having the hopes and expectations of the nation on your shoulders. So the Matildas managers and coaches are doing their best to help the ladies relax. They have a dedicated relaxation room with TVs, art and craft activities, and a ping pong table. Apparently, Mary Fowler is really good. And spare a thought for Matilda's team chef, Vinny Capavilla. Vinny is working 16-hour days, managing a staff of 10 to 20 people to feed more than 50 Matildas players, coaches, and staff plenty of nutritious and yummy food. He says the most popular offerings are avocados, berries, and coffee, and Mexican night is a big hit. That sounds a lot like my house. Tacos.
Spin the globe.
Each day we give the world globe a spin and find a news story from wherever it stops. And today we've landed in South Korea. Actually, if you're one of the 685 scouts from all around Australia attending the 25th World Scout Jamboree, you'll be landing there later this week. What an adventure! For those of you who are not in the know, a jamboree is a large gathering of scouts. In this case, over 45,000 of them from 169 countries. They'll be meeting up for 12 days to experience different cultures and to make new friends. And if you're thinking that scouting is just about tying knots and pitching tents, think again. While participants will have the opportunity to practice traditional scouting skills, they'll also be engaging in smart scientific activities like using VR to tour the future. And when you're packing your bags this week, Aussie Scouts, make sure to follow the scouting motto and be prepared.
Believe it or not.
There's a big event happening in Australia's northernmost capital city this weekend, but you won't be able to see it because it's taking place 30 metres underwater. A team of 30 divers are aiming to drive 7 kilometres across Darwin Harbour completely underwater. And the craziest thing? This isn't the first time that it's been attempted. Way back in 1983, a team of 70 divers attempted the same drive in a Toyota Land Cruiser fitted with a 60-metre snorkel. They managed to drive just 3 kilometres before running into a rock ledge and floating back up to the surface. There's an incredible video which I've stuck a link to in your episode notes. This time though, engineers, electricians and tradies from across the country have volunteered their time to prepare the vehicle. This Land Cruiser has an open top, so the drivers can jump in and out as they attempt what they think will take them up to 7 hours. Darwin Harbour is well known for its sharks and saltwater crocodiles. But the biggest concern for the organisers is the tide. The drive needs to coincide with the neap tide. That's a really low tide without very much energy, so that the vehicle isn't just swept right out of the harbour and out to sea. Oh, what a feeling.
Newshounds.
Each week, Squizzy the Newshound sticks his snout into Squiz Kids HQ to report back on fishy things that he's sniffed out on the internet. And today, Squizzy's nose is a twitching because he's sniffed out a very disturbing story, which puts some residents of the US city of Indiana on the lookout for a man-eating turtle. You see, a Facebook post announced that scientists from a well-respected Indiana university claimed there had been a gruesome attack. Block your ears for a second, kids, if you're a bit squeamish. In which a giant snapping turtle had torn a man's head right off.
Ew! Gross!
Don't worry, it wasn't true. But that didn't stop the post from being shared more than 14,000 times in 2 days. When questioned, the university said that it had made no such announcement, that the scientist's name does not work there, and that snapping turtles are not known to be aggressive towards humans. The post was later updated with a line admitting that it was written as a joke. It's yet another example of why we should always stop, think, and check before believing everything we see, read, or hear on the internet. Thanks, Squizzy. You've done it again.
Offense, parents, teachers and librarians, but sometimes kids just want to hear from other kids about what's fun to read. I'm Catch the Reading Bug.
Tune in first thing tomorrow, wherever you're listening now, to hear Catch and her crew of reviewers on Squiz Kids Book Club.
So what are we waiting for? Time for the quiz.
This is the part of the podcast where you get to test how well you've been listening. Question number 1. Name one of the favourite foods of the Matildas World Cup squad. Well done if you said avocado, berries, or Mexican food. Question number 2. In which Australian capital city will a team of 30 divers be attempting the longest and deepest underwater dive this weekend? That's right, it's happening in Darwin. Question number 3. Which animal was falsely accused of attacking a man in Indiana last week? Well done if you said the snapping turtle.
Shout outs.
It's July 27, and on this day, 81 years ago in 1942, Bugs Bunny made his acting debut in the Warner Brothers animation Fresh Hare. That's Hare. You're looking great for your age, Bugs. It's also a special day for these Squiz Kids celebrating a birthday today. Renee from Cannon Hill, Ella from Oyster Bay, Amelia from Sunnybank Hills, Isra from Flagstaff Hill, Dasha from Sydney, Helen from Windsor, Spencer from Sherwood, Ezra from Rowville, Coco from Rosanna, Lizzie from Bathurst, Archie from Carabar, Maliki from Normanhurst, Chuyi from Canningvale, Adam and Liam from Bankstown, and Ward listening all the way over there in Canada. Belated birthday shout-outs go to April and Nero from Manapara, Sienna from Andrews Farm, and Emily from Punchbowl. Classroom shout-outs today go to Class 6G and Ms Ingram at Our Lady of Fatima Catholic Primary School in Caringbah, Class 3C and Miss Curtin at St Joseph's Primary School in Chinchilla, Class Holden with Miss Hart at Oran Park Public School, Class 2AK with Kate and Miss Page at Rosanna Golf Links Primary School, Class 3-4H and Mr Boyd at Lavington Public School, and lastly, but not leastly, Class 6H and Mr Hoy at Ivanhoe Girls Grammar School in Melbourne. Don't forget, if you've got a birthday coming up and you want a shout out, or if you want a classroom shout out, drop us a line at squizkids@thesquiz.com.au or fill out the form on our website. That's all we have time for. Thanks for listening to Squiz Kids today. We'll be back again tomorrow with the Kids versus Adults Weekly News Squiz. In the meantime, get out there and have a most excellent day. Over and out.